Strength.
Endurance. Stamina.
These aren't just words.
They're the foundation of every race.
Every wave.
Every sprint to the finish.
Out here, it's about more than just winning.
It's about pushing past pain.
Defying exhaustion.
And embracing every challenge the ocean throws at us.
When the waves are towering.
When the sand burns underfoot.
And when your body says stop.
That's when the real test begins.
This is where champions are forged.
This is where only the strongest come through.
This is the Shaw & Partners Iron Series.
Hello and welcome to the Shaw & Partners Iron Series on the beautiful Gold Coast. North Burleigh is the location for the final weekend of racing. I'm Josh Minogue. Joining me right here on the glitter strip is former Ironwoman Series champion Courtney Hancock. Courtney, it's been a huge summer so far, but it all comes down to this.
Oh, it hasn't. We've seen absolutely everything. Being there at Wanda, Newcastle, and as you said, we are now at the beautiful North Burleigh. I absolutely love the Gold Coast. The swell, the weather's going to be perfection. I can't wait. But the format for this round 3, it's going to be on, isn't it?
The specialist, there's so much to race for. There's so much on the line. And if you don't survive today, you don't get a shot at the title. All that's ahead of us. Let's first take a look at the beautiful Newcastle beach for round number 2. The Steel City of Newcastle hosted round number 2, and day 1, it was super sprint. Ali Day, Finn Askew, so good early on, but Joe Collins could not be stopped.
Yeah, Joe Collins, he looked good the whole way, so strong. You just saw there from his claim there just how much it meant to him.
Yeah, the passion there. Ali Day disappointed in his result. The ladies' side of things, Tiani Massey led early on, but a bit of a boil over with a first-time winner.
Yeah, Tiani Massey was going for her first-time win there, but she did have the likes of Electra Altram, Lizzie Wellborn all there, but it was Electra Altram. We've been watching her all season, and you just saw how much that meant to her.
Yeah, the girl from Sunshine Beach, didn't she celebrate that one? And there was not anyone on the beach disappointed in her performance. Sunday, we went to Eliminator, and while it was hard fought, Lizzie Wellborn, what do you say about her? She was a class above.
Oh, she absolutely was. She had Fitzsimmons and she also had Rogers not too far behind, but Lizzie Wellborn, as you said, a class above on that yellow craft.
Just her 3rd ever win in the Shaw & Partners Iron Series, and she will be one to watch in round number 3. On the men's side of things, it was double trouble for the Kiwi Joe Collins. He didn't have it all his own way early, but he fought hard in that final leg to get a win.
He had to fight so hard, Collins, but you could see just how much he was so tenacious out there, and this was one of my favourite moments, George, this sprint finish.
Yeah, and didn't he celebrate that one? What a victory, back-to-back for Joe Collins. Round 2 in Newcastle was dominated by both Collins and Outram. They'll be the ones to watch here today. Emotions were running high in Newcastle. Let's hear from the athletes post-round 2.
It's a tough format. I struggled with this format last year. I went out too hard in the first 2 races, and today kind of worked out perfectly. I was top 5 both first races, and then going off 6 seconds behind Ali's always a big ask, but I noticed him as well. I was just sitting on Finn's sidewash and see this yellow vest kind of hit me in the shoulder. I'm like, oh, that's Ali, he's right there. And we all got that same wave, and then I was like, okay, it's time to work, Finn. And me and Finn both talk about this stuff a lot. We came down the board wave, gave each other a high five, like, it's time, we've dropped them, let's do it now, let's work together and keep this lead. Doesn't matter which one of us wins, but it'd be awesome if one of us did. So worked out in the end that I won, so I'm pretty lucky with that, but happy if I can keep this form up going to North Burleigh, then we should be hopefully leaving with a car.
I just focused on myself, focused on what I needed to do, stuck to my race plan, really tried to hammer the board, keep on the toes on the swim and just come through on the ski.
I'm so happy. Wins in our sport are really hard to come by. I've been doing the Iron Series for 10 years now and I've only ever had 2 race wins, so to get a 3rd under my belt means the world to me, and I feel very grateful today to have been able to do it. I'm so stoked, I'm so ecstatic. I never
going into this weekend, I never would have imagined it. So I was really happy to come away with it. It was certainly a confidence boost.
Well, it's been a long, tough summer for all of these athletes. They've put in plenty of work, but it takes more than just that to be on top, doesn't it?
It definitely does. We've seen the athletes out in the water, what they do there, but it's behind the scenes. It's very important. So let's have a look at some of the athletes, how they keep their tank full.
Oh, it's always tough trying to push when your legs are too heavy and they're yelling at and you feel like you're on fire. But this is what we train for. We do it every time at training. I push myself to my limits. I'm always spewing, so I'm very comfortable with that feeling. I just tell myself I've been in this position 1,000 times. Everyone else is hurting just as much, so why do I get to be the sook and pull out?
Oh, when there's nothing left in the tank, I think you've just got to think about all the hard work you've put in to training and racing and why we love it. And you never know, sometimes you will get lucky even when you're absolutely spent. So that's always how I try and picture it.
Yeah, when the chips are down and the pain's there, I try and just enjoy it, to be honest. Be grateful for the opportunity to push myself and grateful to be an athlete and be in those positions.
I like to think that there's always something left, especially when I can see someone near me. If there's someone near me, I've got something left.
Just look at the other guys around me and know that if I'm hurting, they're hurting too, so mate, why not? Why not me?
I think what I do is think about how everyone else is also hurting. Even though I'm hurting, everyone else is hurting too. And I think about how much I want it, and I just find a way to keep pushing.
I just try to think of my family, and I've got obviously a great coach in Zano down the beach, and handlers like my brother and stuff like that yelling at me. So it's easy to keep going. I've been in that position so many times before, obviously, and got great coaches, as I said. So you put in that position so many times, you train for it, and I feel like it's a good position to be in when you're in that hurt locker.
Well, the athletes are definitely going to be in the hurt locker with this new format. It is a specialist. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the spectacular Gold Coast for round 3 of the Shaw & Partners Iron Series. And what's more special than the specialist format? Today we're going to break the iron race down into its individual parts and then build it back up. If the athletes have got a weapon, today is the day that they need to use it. Let's take a look at the format. There'll be an individual run, board, swim and ski race. The results of all of those races will be added up and determine the starting order for the final iron. First across the line will be the round 3 winner. To be the specialist, you have to have no weaknesses, and the best athlete will win round 3. But remember, there will only be 12 athletes going through to tomorrow's grand eliminator and keeping their title hopes alive.
Wow, Josh, that's definitely going to test all the athletes.
Yeah, they're going to be under pressure, that is for sure. Somebody else under pressure in the thick of the action is Jenny Parry. She's going to give us her thoughts on today.
Thanks, Josh. Yes, we are ready for the specialist. Some athletes love it, some athletes hate it. Regardless, you've got to get through that first soft sand run, potentially the toughest race of the season coming up. You need to be in it to win it, to be here on Sunday.
Well, thanks, Jenny. It's all been said. It's time to get it done. Coming up after the break, the specialist live from the Gold Coast. It's the Shaw & Partners Iron Series.
Well, welcome back to North Burleigh Beach. It's round 3 of the Shaw & Partners Iron Series. The specialist today, we're going to break it down and build it back up. The athletes are heading down with a couple of the nippers there heading towards the start line of the first race. The ladies will be up first. Let's take a look at the start list.
They are up and about, and we've got our number 1 on her swimmers and defending champion Lana Rogers, also 2-time defending Ironwoman champion Georgia Fitzsimmons there. Then we move on to Corin and Altram, both in very good form at the moment. Obviously, Altra winning that round 2 winner. Tiani Massey and Lizzie Wellborn. Remember those names, you'll be hearing them a lot this weekend. Both girls in very good form. Our Australian champion world champion Naomi Scott, Jasmine Raywood just down the beach from here. Emma Woods, she loves some surf, so she'll be up and about. Lucy Derbyshire, not too far away down at Surfers Paradise there. Carla Packpack down the beach as well. And Hannah Scully, should put big waves at the end of her name. She absolutely loves it. Lily O'Sullivan, Annalise Kibble, look out for her on those craft legs, very strong. We then move to Gemma Smith, Coolangatta Gold winner, and the young gun, the 18-year-old Mia Cook.
Yeah, Mia Cook, the youngest in the field, along with Jazzy Raywood as well. The run up first for the ladies, then the run for men. That's the order of events. 2 laps. They'll have a little bit of soft sand, but a hell of a lot of hard sand as well. This one, it's a tough format. You've done it before, Courtney. Do you go out hard in these legs like Tiani Massey has, or do you hold a little bit back? Because it's all about being consistent across those 4 races, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about consistency, the specialist. That's what it is definitely, as you said, all about. There was a little bit of rain this morning, so it should harden up that soft sand. You can see the girls up on their toes running about. There's some very, very strong runners. You've got the likes of Tiani Massey, Rogers, you've got Smith in there, you've got Packpack, you've got girls are Coolangatta Gold winners, and we know they can run.
Yeah, you're spot on there, and it looks like Electra Outram's just gone to the lead there. She's on the inward side, Tiani Massey. She's on the, well, stuck in the middle and coming up and around the outside. Maybe Lucy Derbyshire starting to work her way into it as well. It's all about sort of setting this one up, and 2 laps down here, it'll get tough on the second half. And Electra Outram, she's the one who won the run leg in the specialist last summer, so she's got form going into it. She just sort of maybe puts a step in front and goes to the lead. Jazzy Raywood, Mia Cook won't be far away. The only one falling off the back is Jazzy Raywood there. She'll come to the fore, swim and ski a little bit later on. It's about using your strengths and not letting your weaknesses sort of cost you too much on that overall point score. Outram on the front, Tiani Massey number 5 there. We can see in the background, Carla Papak, Hannah Scully, Gemma Smith, all on the front doing great work. Emma Woods, after a couple of ankle injuries over the last couple of years, she's traditionally been well out the back. She's running on strong, and the defending champ, Lana Rogers, right smack bang in the middle. I don't think she'll be too far away in any of these legs.
And you notice the girls when they did that first hand at the south, they came back down on the hard sand. So the harder sand compared to the soft sand, a lot easier. But Electra Outram, she is a beautiful runner. As you said before, Josh, she's been out the front in that run leg, and there's 2 ways you can go about it. You can conserve and sit in, or Electra at the moment, you can push the pace and make the other athletes hurt right from the beginning.
This is where I think they'll start to go. Outram goes up and through, and you can see the movers there. Those 3 in green. It is Lizzie Wellborn, Emma Woods, and Naomi Scott. Naomi Scott has been in unbelievable form over the last couple of weeks. 3 wins from 3 races in the World Ocean Series. She comes here as, I think, one of the favourites for the weekend, sitting pretty right in the centre. The girls on the back half, under a little bit of pressure. You can see getting drinks from the handlers. They go back onto the hard sand. Jazzy Raywood and Lily O'Sullivan well down. I think those girls have decided this isn't for me. I'm just going to give it up, take a 16th place, save myself for the later races.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be a quicker run today as well. You can see on the hard sand, Electra really bouncing around. We've seen in the past there's been a lot of more soft sand. Carla Packpack, as we said before, past Coolangatta Gold winner, very good runner. Lana Rogers, she's always up there and everything. So she's looking at settling herself in. It's settling yourself in for also the day. You don't want to stress yourself out. And if anyone's looking and thinking the field is a little bit smaller, we've gone from 28 to 22, we're now to 16. So we've got the best 16 iron women in the world out here on that sand run.
At the final turn, Outram in 1, Papak in 2, Rogers in 3, Miller in 4, Tiani Massey in 5, Scully's not too far away, Scott, maybe Gemma Smith, Annalise Kibble as well, just out of shot as they head into the turn. And you can see a little stumble there from Outram, and for the final time, they'll get a little push for the wind on the way home. The way the specialist works, 16 points, maximum points if you're first across the line. We add up the points from all 4 races. That will determine the start order in the Iron Woman. That start is staggered as well, 2-second gap. So you want every single point, and you can see Lana Rogers go up and past Carla Papak. If you've got some speed late, it's worth jumping past 1 or 2. I know you might spend a little bit of energy, maybe burn a match or 2, but it's worth getting away.
With a specialist, you've got to, and like every bit of racing, you've got to go off how your body's feeling. And these Iron Women, they train hard, so they know how this pace feels, they know how to hold it, and you can see that at the moment, how relaxed they look. And you're just talking about the wind there. I have to add, it's 30 kilometres at the moment, so an east-south easterly, so at the moment they are going with that wind.
Electra Outram, well, she won the run last year in the specialist. She'll go back-to-back this year in the specialist. Looks over her shoulder, takes maximum points in race number 1. Oh, the dip for the line there, Rogers, Carla Papak. We start to do the maths. They look around, and A couple of very, very tired girls, but they're not going to be hurting as much as the girls in the back end, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is where they're really going to struggle because they've been put right under the pump from the jump. Boys are up next, and then the girls will be in the water.
It's really interesting to see the athletes' body languages, and this is where their coaches and their handlers will be looking at them thinking, okay, do we need to give them a little bit of sugar, nutrition, hydration, get them in the water, give them a cold towel, how are they feeling? You see Electra, she looks really good. She handled that run well. She was walking, you could see they're going straight down to that water's edge just to get rid of the lactic acid out of those legs.
Yeah, Lucy Derbyshire there, just talking to handler there. You can see Mia Cook as well, these girls, and they're not bad runners by any stretch, but there's levels to the game, and Outram, she's been consistently the best runner over the last couple of years. Everybody looking very comfortable there. You can see Finn Askew coming across. He'll just be having a conversation about what do I have to do. Jenny Parry for the first time down on the beach.
And here we are, Electra, what an absolutely perfect start to the specialist, a big win in the run. Was this the plan all along?
Yes, go out hard in the run and just match those points earlier on so I have a better buffer in towards the end.
Now, we saw you do an incredible enduro. This race feels like it's made for you.
Yes, I do like the long runs, and I felt really comfortable knowing that that was going to be the format, so I was happy with that.
Well, there's a few to go. We'll let you go. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, she's got to be happy with that. That is for sure. And take a little look at the replay here. Those girls very, very quick off the beach, a couple of them. And you can see Lily O'Sullivan playing games, just decided to cut straight to the back. I'm not going to spend any energy. It doesn't matter whether you're an inch or a mile behind, you're getting the same points. So maybe we'll see her come to the fore in these water events.
You've definitely got to do what suits you. So we saw top four, we had Electra Altram, Lana Rogers, Carla Packpack, Jordan Fitzsimmons. They were top four for the ladies. We now see on screen the men are ready to go head to head.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the start list of the men here. 16 of the best in the business. Number one on top, the defending champion. He's got 5 titles to his name, Ali Day. And I think the heir apparent winner at round number 2, Joey Collins. Over the page, Bevilacqua and Morris, both from the Northcliffe Club, just down the road of this stretch of sand. Finney Askew from Service Paradise, and Kai Kinsella, if there's a wave on, he will find it. One of the best body surfers in the world. Over the page, Man Mountain Jackson Borg and the Kiwi former world champion Corey Taylor. Watch for him, he's won the specialist before. The big and the future, Benny Carberry, Ethan Callahan, both from Burleigh Hedge, just down the road. Generation next, Connor Maggs and Riley Harlan, just 18 and 19 years of age. The future is bright for those gentlemen. Sean Riley, the Victorian, now at Burleigh. CJ Brennan, he scraped into this round by the skin of his teeth last weekend, along with Joel Piper and the man from Victoria, now on the Sunshine Coast, Braden Casamento. They call him the Razor. He runs very, very good. Watch for him to go. And we're off and into it, and almost immediately Benny Carberry, handbrake on, out the back. I'm not worried about it. I think Benny's just going to cruise his way through this one. Interesting, his clubmate out in front, Sean Riley, he can run.
Well, look at the pace. They are absolutely flying. And remember, they are also going into a win there. It's a bit of a southerly at the moment, so they are, I reckon they're close to that 3-minute pace at the moment on sand. So you've got Riley out in front, Collins, he's just resting there, Harlan not too far away. But this is a really fast start for the start of round 3.
Yeah, the boys, they're not hanging around, that is for sure. He's really rolling through. Joey Collins looking comfortable. Riley Harlan there as well. Bevilacqua, Braden Casamento, Finn Askew, Ali Day. And then I think CJ Brennan maybe just sitting on the back there. And then there's a big jump between this group we're seeing on screen, and that's that next group coming through. Ethan Callahan. And then have a look, you'll see some of the back markers working their way down. Benny Carberry and a few of those boys, just like Lily O'Sullivan. Maybe Michael King's had a conversation with them. You're not going to win the run anyway. You're just going to spend energy throughout the day. Let's hit the brakes, get to the end, fight it out in those surf legs, and, well, lose the battle to maybe win the war.
Yeah, you've got to be really tactical with the specialists. It's an extremely hard format, and you've got to take it all as it comes. Make sure you sort out your rest, make sure that's properly done. And with the run, we've seen a couple of the athletes doing that. So it's whatever suits you, but we've got the light runners out in front at the moment. They're wanting to get and secure good points, because sometimes with the run leg, you know that no one's going to come from a wave behind. So for me, I feel going into this run, if you can get those big points up the front, you've secured that and you feel quite calm for the rest of the specialists.
Moving time for a couple of these boys. Riley leads through Braden Casamento. Riley Harlan comes up and around. So those pink rashies, if you're just watching in the big blue chairs at home, Those pink rashies are the qualifiers through the trial. The guys in green are the ones who were the top finishers from last summer. The man in yellow, he's the defending champion, Ali Day, and Ethan Callahan in red. He's the junior next-gen qualifier there. Joey Collins, back-to-back race wins down in Newcastle, goes to the front now, ahead of his training partner, Riley Harlan. Sean Riley, Braden Casamento, Bevilacqua with the big move from fourth, all the way winding it up right now. Finney Askew trying to go with him, but Bevilacqua looks very, very comfortable on this third lap.
And his Northcliffe teammate there, Riley Harlan, seemed to go with him as well. So something they could have been practicing with their coach, Kevin Morrison, there, not too far away. But he just wanted to take that moment. Again, we're talking about tactics, whichever way you go. But Harlan, he hits the lead at the moment. He looks really good. You can see his legs look nice and light. And also he's up on those toes. That's the way to see how athletes are feeling when they're running, you know, where they're a bit flat-footed, up on their toes. That's a good sign.
Into the final turn, and they'll go with the wind. Harlan in one, Bevilacqua in two. So it's Northcliffe, Northcliffe, Northcliffe. Braden Casamento in fourth place. He's looming up alongside. Oh, here comes Joey Collins. He was very fired up after his wins in Newcastle. He came, he said, I'm here to win a title. He's had a couple of podiums in the past. I think he's finished overall on the podium 3 times in this series, and he reckons this year's his year. He said, I'm generation now. I'm going to lead this out, and we can see he's just coming up alongside, being challenged by Braden Casamento. These two are going to go at it.
They certainly are. You just saw Joe just have a little look over the shoulder there, and you just saw Casamento coming through for a little sprint finish. So these two, Casamento and also Collins, they want to get top points. So we just see a little sprint finish at the end now.
Yeah, the boys go up. Have a look at him, cut him to shreds. They call him Razor because he does things like that, and he has, well, accelerated in the final stages there. Looks very, very good. Alexandra Headlands, Braden Casamento sneaks away from Joe Collins, gets maximum points here in the run. What a way to start. I'd had a conversation with Casamento last week. He said, what do I do? I've never done it before. I don't know what to do. I said, mate, play to your strengths. Running, board paddling, they're his strengths early on. Expect him to lead the point score after these first 2 events.
Yeah, I love that, your advice there. That is absolutely spot on. You've got to just really take every race as it comes and go from there. But we'll go down now into the sand. We've got Jenny Parry.
Braden, what a start. We could see the moment that you decided to go. Was this the plan?
Yeah, it's the plan. Sort of the run legs, the least lucky of the 4 individual water legs out there today. So trying to make some points. You won't see me anywhere near the front in the swim. So trying to make some points in the run and board, and then hopefully try and go off mid-pack in that iron.
Now, you're wearing the pink jersey. You came through the trial to be here on the 3rd and final weekend of the Shaw & Partners Iron Series. This feels like a dream come true.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sort of playing with a bit of house money now. I'm number 28. I don't think anyone expects me to get this far, so just put my foot on the line and see what happens.
And it's not just you, 2 other Alexandra Headlands teammates in the mix. You've got to love that support.
Yeah, it's we're in a great position at the moment with Alex, Jack and Helen, and the rest of the crew are really created a good environment to be at, so yeah, it's really good.
Well, a fantastic start. Good luck for the rest of the day.
Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah, I think he's an honest racer. He knows his strengths, he knows his weaknesses, and he knows these first 2 races for him are going to be key. Interestingly, Benny Carberry just crossed the line there. We can see him already dumping out the back. How much has Braden Casamento used? How much has Benny Carberry used? And that's the games that they're going to play throughout this entire day. The girls will be up next, then the boys, so they do get a little bit of rest, but you've only got so much energy, you've only got so many matches, and sometimes if you use too much too early, when it comes to that final race, especially on that ski there, you mightn't have all too much left. The ladies board up next, and well, after that opening one, I expect to see some of the same names at the top, but the likes of Lizzie Wellborn, Tiani Massey, Hannah Scully, they're going to come to the fore, aren't they?
Yeah, they definitely are. Lizzie Wellborn has been on that yellow board out in front. We just saw she was just actually pushing her fin down there before they went go, and she had to reset. That's because there's a lot of wind. I mentioned before it's 30 kilometres out there at the moment, so you can see some of the girls, their ribbons, their hair blowing around. It's very strong out there, so see a lot of movement, and the water at the moment is really moving from that south to north quite quickly. So at the moment, Lizzie Wellborn, Amy Scott, Lily O'Sullivan, really sitting in a really good position at the moment.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of the surf, but tricky conditions out there, isn't there? Like you said, it's just a lot of water movement, but the waves popping up left, right and centre, and they're punchy as well. So if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're really going to feel it out there. Mother Nature can be brutal, and like Braden Casamento said, there's a little bit of luck that comes into this one. The right lane, the right time can also be the wrong lane, the wrong time. The girls are off and away. Race 2 of the specialist, Lizzie Wellborn. Then Naomi Scott and Lily O'Sullivan, who was last in the run, basically leads this board race early. Those tactics coming into play, and we'll see whether that really pays off.
Yeah, you can see that. I think it definitely paid off for her. You can see she looked actually a lot fresher than a couple of the other girls around her. So she played to her tactics, playing to her strength. I like how you said that before. That is about the specialist. The name of the specialist, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that is exactly right. We can see Naomi Scott trying to wind up into it. On that top side, maybe Hannah Scully going to work there, really getting in on the mix. Lizzie Wellborn well out the back just on that left-hand side. Lucy Derbyshire probably the same, under pressure. Maybe Olivia Corrin there as well, as Lana Rogers starts to work her way through, but looking very, very good on that top end. Maybe it's Kibble there doing a fantastic job. Mia Cook, going to work. Sorry, I've said about 17 names there. These girls all so tight, all so close. It makes it very, very difficult, but not too many too far out the back as they settle into their work.
And you see a few of the girls on their belly at the moment, and that's because they've just come off that run leg. So they've used their legs, they've taxed their legs a little bit. So at the moment, I can see a few more of the ladies that I usually see up on their knees. They're just resting a little bit because they know what's to come. So if your legs are a little bit fatigued at the moment, getting on your belly at the moment, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We can see on the inside, Tiani Massey there, the blue, grey and pink board there. She is on the stomach, rating up nice and high, but Lana Rogers has gone to the lead, and Lana Rogers is in incredible form, but she just can't seem to find a win. She's led race after race after race, from Newcastle all the way to now, and a couple of other sort of local events. She leads but can't find a win, and I think she's due. She's in, I would say, career best form without being able to be on the top step of the podium.
Oh, she's so fierce, isn't she? She does everything so well. She trains incredibly hard, and her mindset going into racing, and I think it's a scary feeling if you're saying at the moment she can't quite crack a win.
Yeah.
You can imagine the fire in her body at the moment, just really wanting to take out a fourth Ironwoman crown. So she's already got 3 at the moment, going for that 4, but we look to the screen, we see Tiani Massey on the inside, so she's going to have that first opportunity of these runners coming through, and Tiani Massey, we've seen her time and time again. She's very good on the runners.
Yeah, that's it. Big jam on the cans to Jasmine Raywood from the Burleigh Club. Spent a bit of time here at North Burleigh as well. She was one of those girls who sort of didn't really try in the run, and she's on the left-hand side yellow board there. It's paying dividends at the moment on this board leg. You can see plenty of swell pushing through from that southern side. Georgia Fitz on the white board closest to us, starts to wind up there. There's a few little runners, but the girls are being forced to cut across it. And Courtney, this is a tough skill. If you haven't ridden these boards before, you see them going all over the ocean. When the weather's like this, when the wind's like this and the swell, it really makes things tough. Big, big push in the center of screen. Massive push in the center there. Maybe Mia Cook, done a fantastic job. Jumped on the front there, found a runner. Lana Rogers is coming after her.
Yeah, just saw Mia Cook, the 18-year-old on that red and pink board, just almost go over the top of Lana Rogers' back, and we're going to see a lot of that at the moment. You can see the south end, the north end, everyone's coming through. It's very, very tricky out there, but you've just got to be open for that opportunity to grab any wave you can.
Yeah, bottom side, Georgia Fitz will try and go over. Tiani Massey will be late into this one, gets on the back straps, holds down. There'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 on the next wave. Remember, first across the line, maximum points. Tiani Massey, she found a way to get it done here. The charge of the Light Brigade behind, they're racing every single race like it means everything, because they know 1 point, 2 points, 3 points could end up being 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 seconds in the end, and you don't want to give anyone a shot. Massey wins the board race here at the Specialist. Outram, what a performance from her. Scully, Annalise Kibble came from the clouds after leading early. Papak, Georgia Fitz was there as well, but you've got to feel sorry for Lana Rogers. Led early on, was nowhere to be seen, and this woman, Tiani Massey, is the best board paddler in the sport right now.
Yeah, she's another one you talk about being due. Tiani Massey has been there, just really fighting for... She hasn't won a round as of yet, but she's going for more than a round. She's going for that overall series, and she's definitely a top contender, but I like what she did there. She just gave that little bit more extra energy, got down, and didn't have to be a part of that sprint finish. I'm excited to go down the beach now. Jenny Parry.
Oh, Tiani, that was absolutely perfect. Being on a wave by yourself, knowing the strength of women's board paddling at the moment, that is the dream finish.
Yeah, look, that's just one part of the puzzle today. There's a lot more to come. So, yeah, I'm happy to bank 2 good points, and hopefully I continue that going through the next 2.
It's such a big day of strategy, conserving energy, going when you need to. Do you have a plan, or you're flexible to see what happens?
You know, I trust that I'm fit enough to go hard, and yeah, I want to be like up there and most of it to make sure I go off, you know, in a good starting position. But I'm just backing my fitness, my ability. You know, I did the gold, so I'm trusting that that comes through at the end of the weekend.
You've got a lot of backing in the crowd as well. Team Tiani, the Pink Hats are back. A lot of support here. I'm sure they'll be carrying you through these next races.
Yeah, they'll absolutely be carrying me. I'm very lucky. I wouldn't be here without my team.
Good luck. Go, go, go. Lots to come.
Thanks.
Yeah, bubbly Tiani Massey from Maroochydore on the Sunshine Coast. She's always happy, but she's a fierce competitor. We can see that start. That's Lily O'Sullivan, white, yellow and blue board there. Goes in. She had the jump, but Massey across the line. Scully, Kibble, Electra out from West Coast. Lana Rogers as well in there. I feel sorry for her, but that's how close this racing is going to be all day long. You can see how exhausted they are. They're 2 races down, 3 races to go. The boys are up next, and well, Braden Casamento, that's him, 1 in next to Corey Taylor, the Kiwi. He won the run just, 5 minutes ago, and he'd be one of the favourites, former medalist at the Australian Championships in the board race, but there's a lot of good board paddlers in this. They're doing a last-minute adjustment of the course here. The swell, we saw it as the girls started to run back. It's coming from a couple of different directions. You've got to find a runner, get onto that back bank, you'll get you down a wave, but there's a big inshore gutter here, so you need plenty of speed to get across it, don't you?
Yeah, there's so much going on here at North Burleigh. It's almost a max tide as well, so very high tide at the moment. You'll see there's a little bit less running than what we saw at Newcastle. The men are off in the way, and as you said, if Casamento and Collins, if they can have a good score in this one, they're going to be out in front.
Connor Maggs, the purple board, missed his board absolutely completely. Went down, missed it, had to get going again. He has butchered that one, and I would say he's one of the best board paddlers in this field. He's given them 5 or 6 board lengths start already, so not what you want to see from Maggs. That's him on the bottom right, just getting into his work, but Zach Morris has gone to the lead. The group here, they're fighting it out, but the level of board paddling here is incredible. There's so many. There's world champions, Australian champions, state champions, you name it. The best in the business are doing their thing. Zach Morris leads in 1. Second place, Joe Collins. 3rd, Braden Casamento. Then a line of 5 guys trying to work their way into it as well. Connor Maggs, he's tacked onto the back. It's not disaster, but not where he'd want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get up and away. It's going to be so tricky, as you said before, with the runners coming through. So it looks like Casamento just got hit of a random wave, and that's brought through. You've got Askew, you've got Bevilacqua. They are right in there, and they waited for that opportunity. Defending champion Ali Day on the red board. He's next to Ethan Callahan, who's doing a lot of work there on that northern side.
Yeah, brutal there. One wave comes through, absolutely butchers half the field. They're going to have to work their way back into it. So Morris in 1, the world champion, Bevilacqua in 2. The champion from round number 2 in Newcastle, Joey Collins on the blue board, Ali Day's on the red, the top side in the red Rashi, Ethan Callahan, Casamento's on the white with Finn Askew just above him. Jackson Borg is sitting there. Joel Piper's got a white nose, and that's your top 10 as they head into that first turning can, and here comes the log jam. These boys, if you can't make space, you take space, and they will fight their way all the way around because they know how important it'll be to lead going on the way home.
You see all the Iron Men at the moment are all on their bellies. The legs a little bit gassed from that run just before this, but also getting ready for those runners coming through. They saw Tiani Massey, how hard she worked. If you just worked out a little bit harder, a little bit extra than the rest of the athletes, you might just get out of that sprint finish. Morris
leads. He goes in, he'll turn that one, and immediately, I think it'll be 2, 3, 4 strokes and up onto the knees. They'll start to get a wind up there. You can see them already. Morris is up, so's Bevilacqua as well. Joe Collins, Ali Day in the background. Watch Braden Casamento go in this. He's light, fast, and these little runners. Jolie Piper's got one. Jolie Piper at the top's got one. He'll almost go into the lead. If he can get down this, it's a ticket to ride all the way home. In the centre, Zach Morris responds, gets another runner there, and it's punch and counter punch here in the board race.
Oh, it's all over at the moment, isn't it? It's very challenging to read the surf for these athletes at the moment. It's constantly changing. They're really going to have their handlers and coaches to be right on it. But on the south side there, we see Matt Bevilacqua. He's been a world champion, Australian board champion.
Ducks down that one there. The top side, they're getting down runners as well. So they've made their choices. Now they're going to live with the results. Bevilacqua's decided to cut back across. He'll go down it, but I think the 3 at the top, they're a little bit further ahead. Maybe Joel Piper down there. Braden Casamento, Finney Askew. You give him an inch, he'll take a mile. Up and away. Joel Piper on the right. Casamento in the centre. Askew on the left-hand side. Bevilacqua's close, but he's out of shot as well. Jolie Piper Piper charging up and around. He loves to race this time of year. January is Joel Piper's month. He is absolutely flying, and he'll get his first ever win in the Shaw and Partners Iron Series. Gets the board race there, and swim leg's his big strength, so that's great points from the man at the Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park Club. He'll be very happy. Finn Askew as well. Plenty of others doing a fantastic job as they charge up and around. What a performance from those boys, and what a board race.
Not locked in at the moment, but Casamento you'd have to think would be going off first at the moment. If he can have a strong swim and a ski, but as you mentioned before, he played to his strengths, the run in the board leg, so he's doing very well. Collins I saw not too far behind, Bevel Akbar and Harlan, but we'll go straight down to the beast of Jenny Parry.
Oh, Team Joel, it was massive for you to make the series. I remember the trial. To be a winner right now, I know it's early days. This must feel incredible.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the first goal was to make the series. The next goal was to make it through Wanda, then Newcastle, and now we're here at the grand finale. And it's awesome. I'm not one to have a specialty leg. I'm pretty consistent across the board, so I knew it's all about consistency for me today. So I'll take a win, take the points, and just keep it rolling. It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. To see all the pink jerseys in the final round, to be here at North Burleigh, this is the dream, but we want to come back next year.
100%. The goal is to re-qualify, but 16 best Ironmen in the country and the world, so it's no easy feat, and I'll warm down, recover, and get ready to go again.
Well, I'm sure all the Black Swans back at Maroochydore Surf Club are loving you and Tiani having a fantastic day out at North Burleigh. It's not over yet. Let's keep going.
Sure is. Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah, Jolie Piper will be happy with that. There's plenty more racing to come. We'll be back after the break with the engine swim race. Stick with us. It's Shaw and Partners Iron Series. Welcome back to beautiful North Burleigh Beach, round 3 of the Shaw and Partners Iron Series. The Gold Coast is turning it on right now, and these athletes are turning it on as well. We're into race number 3 of the specialist, the engine surf race. The girls are off and away. Courtney, we've just done some of the points in the break there, and Electra Outram after the first 2 events sitting on top, but there's still 2 events to go.
Yeah, Electra out in front. There's no surprise about that. She has been absolutely on fire. Massey's not too far away. Pack doing very well. Scully, and there's our champion from last year, Rogers. Fitzsimmons also not too far away, but it's for me the red zone at the moment. O'Sullivan, she's a world champion in the surf swim, so she'll be really wanting to push it really hard in this surf leg. But Lizzie Wellborn, she is sitting in 13th at the moment.
Yeah, under pressure. Wellborn, O'Sullivan, Raywood and Smith are our bottom. We've got a special guest in the box, an Olympic gold medalist, former Shaw and Partners Ironwoman herself, Lani Pallister. Lani, you've been here, you've done that. What are you thinking of the racing so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I think my 3 favourites going into this would have to be Georgia Fitz, Lana Rogers and Naomi Scott. The 3 girls are consistently so strong all season in the surf race. So playing to their strengths here, going into this swim, maximising points would be their best bet going into the last round with their ski and iron to go.
You've raced these girls, you've raced the best in the business, Olympic Games, an Olympic gold medal. Where do these ladies stack up? I know it's maybe not Olympic gold medal quality, but there are some very, very good swimmers. Georgia Fitch, for example, world junior swimming team there for the Australian team, and they're very good at what they do, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think time and time again they prove that they are some of the best athletes in the world. Naomi constantly challenges me in the surf race, so yeah, going into this she's going to have an incredible swim, but I think that's Lana out in front. She looks very strong at the moment, but also look out for Emma Wood. She's been swimming in the Alex Women's Taplins and absolutely crushing it. So don't know what's going to happen on the way in with chop, wind and waves, but looking for a good leg.
And yourself, you've been here before as a junior, but a lot of time out of the sport. Will we ever see a Lani Pallister lining up here in the Shaw and Partners Iron Series? I, for one, would love to see it. I know you'd be, well, you're very good at what you do here, but not as much experience on the board and ski, do you?
Maybe if they throw me a wild card. I think there's a lot of work for me to do on the ski leg to come anywhere near these girls. They are so fit, and I have so much respect for the work that they can do out in the ocean. Worlds apart from swimming, I think they're a lot more fit than we are with the running, ski paddling, board paddling as well. They are definitely some of the best athletes in the world, and they prove that all the time.
Yeah, you're spot on there. Lani Pallister, Olympic gold medalist. She's going to be in the booth for the rest of the afternoon. We'll get some special comments from her out in front. Georgia Fitz getting it done at the moment, looking very, very comfortable. I think Jazzy Raywood in second place. Lana Rogers in third in the yellow cap there, starting to work her way around. Naomi Scott just on her outside. These 4 girls, they've been the best 4 swimmers, I think, outside of Lani, even in the sport for the last couple of years. So very, very strong. It's a little bit further back when there's a little bit of push and shove in the background. A couple of those girls in pink are going to want to get a wriggle on, but Courtney, there's plenty of waves on offer here. One gets a runner there on the left-hand side. Great little push all the way through. If she can ride this one all the way into the hole. Oh, still on it, still going. Head down, start to work. She does a great job there. Fantastic swim, 2 on that one. And maybe on the top side, is that Tiani Massey?
As Lani Pallister said before then, she said, you know, there's wind, there's waves, there's chop. We saw Naomi Scott mentioned there before. She did very, very well. Lana Rogers, she's in that bright yellow cap in the middle there. So we've got all the swimmers out to play there, and you can see the girls, south, north, everyone's taking a very different line at the moment.
This is the North Burleigh inside hole. So there's the back bank. You get a wave through that, but it really gets deep at this section. You've got to go. We can see the chase pack here trying to catch our leaders in the middle. That is Jazzy Raywood there and Lana Rogers, both wearing yellow caps. The leaders just pushing down a little lump there. Oh, trying. Maybe Naomi Scott. And on the top side, Massey as well. So here we go. Tries to get over it again. It can be so brutal when the weather's like this and the wind and surf conditions. You think you're down one, you think you're home, and it just pulls it away. The leader gets a nice little run onto the shore. I don't know if it'll be enough to get her all the way there. She's still got a little bit of work to do.
Yes, it is. It's starting to, the tide was max tide not about an hour ago, but it's just pushing out at the moment. But we see Emma Woods, we heard Lani comment on how good she's going at the moment, and she loves a bit of surf. She loves that real messy type of surf out there. So Emma Woods, she's going to have some top points at the moment after that swim.
We get Lani Pallister in for a reason. She picked it very, very well. Emma Woods from Alexandra Headland, she gets a surprise win here in the surf race ahead of Naomi Scott. Big results for both those girls. They were sitting in 9 and 10 going into this round. Here's the charge. There's Lana Rogers. There's Electra Outram, our leader. Lizzie Wellborn there as well. Lily O'Sullivan and Tiani Massey. Every single one of these girls knows it's moving time. Every point counts. Every race counts as they get up and around. And this is going to turn the points upside down, turn it on its head, because a couple of these girls would have been expecting a lot more from the surf race.
Yeah, everything was going on there at the moment. It definitely shows when they get to that Iron Woman to finish it off and get those final placings, you've got to be really on and take every opportunity, because we've seen waves come from south, north. It's incredibly, as we see the beautiful drone shot at the moment, it's all over the place. North Burleigh is very tricky. We've got a bit of a swell moving to that north side as well. So top points we saw there at the moment, as you said, Scott, Woods. How far are they going to be pushed up on that ladder board?
Yeah, exactly. Woods, Scott, Raywood, Derbyshire, Corrin, Fitzsimmons, Rogers, Outram, Wellborn and O'Sullivan was your top 10. Jenny Parry.
Emma Woods, what a finish. How much do we love the surf here at North Burleigh?
Yeah, if you asked me before the board leg, I wouldn't have liked it, but I did like the wave from basically the swim cam. That was really nice. Definitely helped with the recovery going into the ski leg, but can't really complain.
Now tell me about the decision you made at the start of the race. It was a sharp right-hand turn on the line. The tactic's so important in this racing.
Oh, I honestly just didn't want to eat shit in the pothole that I hit last time, so I just ran a little bit further away from it and happened to be shallower, and I got a nice little rip out and put myself in a good spot for the way home.
Well, we are all here for the ski for the iron. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's a great competitor. Gutsy, gritty, and will fight to the very, very end. And let's take a look at the results there from that one. Emma Woods on top. Perfect performance. Naomi Scott led a lot of the way, and well, Jazzy Raywood fought hard in the centre there. There was a lot of waves coming through. Fitzsimmons, Rogers, they've been close all day without getting something there. That's sort of your big four in the middle. It's been Fitzsimmons, Rogers, Outram and Tiani Massey so far have really stood out, and the points are going to really be shaken up after this one.
Yeah, they definitely are. Some of the iron women, as we mentioned before, we saw O'Sullivan and Wellborn. They really needed a really strong performance there, and we're just having a little look at potentially, we've got the point score not too far away here, but we look like O'Sullivan and Wellborn, they really need a big, big ski leg.
Yeah, 14 and 15 at the moment. Outram still in one, Rogers and Massey. That is our unofficial point score up here in the commentary booth. And I don't know about your maths, Courtney Hancock, but mine not very good. From the women's to the men, it's time for the surf race. And that man in the centre, Ben Carberry, alongside the man in red, Ethan Callahan, will be looking for big swims here. A couple of these guys, swim specialists, the likes of Connor Maggs, Kai Kinsella, Benny Carberry, and left, right and everywhere, all the boys deciding the right-hand side is the way to go. They saw what happened in that last race. They know they've got to go down and get in that hole. I think if you're on that other side, you've got to be forcing your way across into the rim.
Yeah, it's really tricky, and you've really got to make sure you read that swell. We saw Riley Harlan, he was over in lane number 1, and Mags and Borgs, they were over to this south side here. So we'll wait and see where everyone kind of pans out, but look out for the likes of Collins and Morris. They have been incredibly fast all season.
Yeah, that's Zach Morris in the lead there. He's got so much speed across the sand, and bringing in Lani Pallister, Olympic gold medalist again and surf swim extraordinaire. There's a real balance between having that early speed and the back end endurance, isn't there? And someone like yourself, you've probably got both, but I think a few of these boys, they have to hang it out there because they know they're going to hurt on the backside, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Zach's proven that all season, that he's probably one of the fittest people in this field. So playing to his strengths as well. Can't go past Joey Collins or Kai Kinsella. Kai will find a wave absolutely anywhere in the surf and has proven that to us since 2018 on junior teams as well. So very exciting going into this. I think the boys are a little bit closer and more compact than the women's field was.
If you say it, I'm going to believe it, because you picked Emma Woods in the last race there, and I believe it was no fluke at all. Talk to us, how different is this from pool swimming? Most of the people watching at home, they go to their local pool, swim a couple of laps, not quite what you do, but the water movement out there in the surf, the push of the swell, it's just so much tougher than just regular swimming, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a really special stroke that comes with surf swimming. You have to get the timing right when you're peaking over waves to spot the can, even swimming into the wash and the rip and all that sort of thing. I think there's a very special skill that comes with that, which you'll see when we turn to the right when we're going around the white can. The boys swimming into that chop and really pushing along the back end of the break, I think, is make or break. In this sort of area of the swim, you can gain a lot of ground over that back stretch.
Connor Maggs goes to the lead. Zach Morris just hanging around in second place. Maybe Finney Askew there. Ali Day not too far behind with Joel Piper in the cap. Talk to me about body surfing extraordinaire yourself. It's not just getting down a wave, the ability to hold it into that gutter here at North Burleigh. What do you got to do to hold it just that little bit more than your rivals?
I actually had an incredible lesson from Courtney in 2019, and I think watching her on the replay when she won the Australian surf race in 2019 and just holding a streamline and kicking down the wave is so much more beneficial than actually swimming with your arms. So she's been monumental in my career and learning that lesson fairly young, which has proven to be incredibly special for the rest of my surf career thus far. But I think you'll see Kai Kinsella just absolutely milks it, I think, more than anyone.
Yeah, he's very, very good, and he's very, very close. That is for sure. I'm sitting next to two absolute legends of, well, surf swimming and surf sports. The boys on the way home. Ali Day starting to wind up, but still Connor Maggs out in front, the young gun. He didn't have the board start he would have liked, but he leads by maybe 2 body lengths. Finn Askew, Ali Day, there's waves coming. Zach Morris there as well. They've swum all the way into the gutter. Here comes the wash through. Oh, there's plenty on it. There's plenty on the wash through there. They push all the way into the beach. I think Braden Casamento got a nice little one all the way into the hole. Now it's go time. The field starts again. The race starts all over again. It's just a sprint to the sand.
You can see all the Ironmen, they were just breathing left, right. How many people trying to count? I saw the panic that happened there.
Panic.
Everyone knows where their points are at the moment. So we've still got Mags out there, Harlan's up there. Kai Kinsella came through on that beautiful wave. We just saw heard Lani before. He can body surf. So Finn Askew's been right up the front there, and we saw Ali Day just hanging around. So we'll wait and see where their head pops up.
Another little lump. Still Connor Maggs, Braden Casamento, Kai Kinsella. Oh, Maggs goes down one. Maggs goes down one. He gets a little push here. That might wash him up on the beach. It might be enough. There's a wave behind. It'll have the entire field on it. The engine swim leg is going to come down to a sprint up the beach. Connor Maggs steps up at just 18 years of age. He will win the engine swim leg, and have a look at the charge behind. Sean Riley starts to wind up. CJ Brennan as well. It's the young guns that are getting involved. Have a look at Brennan up and around. Plenty of speed. Braden Casamento, he's on fire. That result, after he said he's no good at the swim, a 4th place here will be very, very good for him. Where's Ali Day? Where is Joe Collins? Where is Ben Carberry? Some of the big names are a long, long way down.
This is absolutely wild at the moment. We've seen Casamento, not to put any pressure on him, but he's most likely going to be off the gun at the moment.
Yeah.
We saw Ethan Callahan. He's in there looking a little bit panicky at the moment, but they've still got the ski leg to go, and it doesn't matter whether you go first or last. The winner is from that last Ironman at the end. So we'll go down. Jenny Parry is right in there with all the action.
Connor, that feels like the toughest way to win a surf race. The waves are on, the gutter is deep, you had to run. You're coming good at the right time of the season, and you're winning at the right time of season.
Oh, I tried my best in that swim.
the run was really quick and the board I made a little mistake. So, you know, I'm coming into this weekend and being grateful that I even have the opportunity to race. And yeah, it's super tough, but I mean, that's what makes a great Ironman. So I'm just trying to put my best foot forward for myself, my family, and my club.
Well, Connor Maggs, you are a great Ironman. Ski and iron to go. Good luck.
Sweet, thanks, Jen.
I've seen a real change in Connor Maggs. He's still the young, confident, a little bit brash superstar that we all expected. But last year he had second-year syndrome. The first year was just so easy. He was dominant on the podium. He loved it. Came back the second year and he sort of battled a little bit more. Of course, Connor Maggs on top there. CJ Brennan was in second, Sean Riley in third. But he's come back and he's sort of not humbled himself, but he knows he's got to do the work, he's got to be consistent, and it's not just going to be talent that'll get him through. And I think we're seeing a change in Connor Maggs that means his career will go a lot longer and he'll be a lot more successful. And he's a superstar. I can't say enough good things about Connor Maggs down there. He won the surf race, CJ Brennan in second. Big changes in that overall point score. We'll bring you that in just a few moments' time. But the race one ski leg up next for the ladies. There's Maggs across the line, CJ Brennan and Riley as well. This ski leg is going to be interesting. There's plenty of punch in this surf, and you don't want to do an extra swim leg. Stay on top of your ski, no mistakes. That's the best plan for these ladies.
Yeah, that is the best plan. Also trying to get yourselves out of a sprint finish. You're using a little bit more energy, and also you could go from second to eighth in just that one or 2 meters. So I know the girls want to do a sprint finish and try and save up for that Ironwoman, but they're just getting ready to go at the moment. They all know what they're doing now. They've been out there in the swim, they've been out there in the board, they know what the sand is like. And I can tell you right now, going to this last one, I know they're individual legs, but very, very tough. This is really going to test the fitness.
Just before they go in, the unofficial calculations: Outram, Rogers, Massey, Fitz, Papak, Wood, Scott, Scully, Kibble, Derbyshire, Corrin, Raywood. The bottom four: Cook, Wellborn, O'Sullivan and Smith. Gemma Smith, Lily O'Sullivan, Lizzie Wellborn. This is one of their better legs in here, so expect big things from them. Lily O'Sullivan on the top end, ran a long way in. This is Naomi Scott, Tiani Massey, Georgia Fitz. They're on very, very early. It's all about boat speed, isn't it? Get into the boat, start to wind up. Tiani Massey, have a look at her go. Sneaks over another one. She's already a ski length in front of Gemma Smith there, and they're only 50 metres into the race.
And you can tell which athletes are feeling good and the ones that are maybe feeling a little bit more tired. The likes of Tiani Massey, we saw Georgia Fitzsimmons, Gemma Smith, they all decided, I'm not going to get on my ski. I'm going to bunny hop and push it out as far as I can. So that means they've got good energy. Their legs are feeling light. So that's a really good sign going into that Ironwoman.
Yeah, you're spot on there. They have to negotiate one more wave. Gemma Smith in the lead, that pink ski. She tried to go to the Paris Games for kayaking. Unfortunately, just fell short. Has come back to the sport and has had an absolutely unbelievable start to the summer. The Coolangatta Gold champion. You can see Tiani Massey second from the bottom in the ski early, boat speed going. The rest of them ran a little bit further, and it was all about boat speed. And talking about, have a look at Gemma Smith. She is going on with this one. She needs it, sitting currently well outside the top 12 and going off close to 30 seconds down at this point. Gemma Smith needs a big result.
And she knew that as well. You know, her handler would have given her that bit of a fire up. This is your best leg. Let's go, Gemma. And she's definitely doing that at the moment. Lily O'Sullivan is actually ranked in number 15th as well. So she's out there having a brilliant ski paddle. Tiani Massey, she's been good all day. And there's Lana Rogers. She's never too far away.
Yeah, tucked in behind. Olivia Corrin just in front of her. The red ski at the top there is Carla Papak. But this is our leader. Well, near perfect technique. She's such a good role model for young athletes in the sport. She's quietly spoken, hard-working. I love to see her be successful. The gap is big. Lily O'Sullivan, she works her way through there, needs a big result as well. Tiani Massey sitting pretty, and here's the logjam. The inside's Rogers, Corrin in the centre there, Carla Papak on the outside. You can see how much swell there is out there at the moment, moving around, and Gemma Smith will love this. Turns, starts to wind up, and it won't take her too long to find a little runner. Here she goes.
Oh, isn't she? She's got such a beautiful stroke, and she'll be absolutely loving that at the moment, but she's not going to get it all her way. She's really got to milk it and really look at where she's going. As we spoke about before, to the north, to the south, it's all over the place at the moment, and they are fatigued. These Iron women aren't fresh.
My favourite part about this is ski last, because under pressure, under fatigue, skis in these conditions can be so tough to handle, and it's going to add another element to the final iron race. These girls are going to know that everything's on the line. They're going to try and get through to the Grand Eliminator tomorrow. We're taking the top 12 with the trickiest craft, the heaviest craft, the hardest craft to paddle in the final leg after racing the entire day. That's going to make it very interesting. Gemma Smith sitting pretty. She won't even have to worry about running up the beach. She can just walk. She's that far in front. The race for second place is there. There's Tiani Massey, Olivia Corrin, Carla Papak, Electra Outram. She's just hanging around, isn't she? Lily O'Sullivan actually just in front in second. That race for third, it's on. They'll all dip down, watch them dump the skis and go. And Elise Kibble's there. Watch out for her this weekend as well. Mia Cook closest to us. Kibble jumps, a little stumble. This is the race for third we're seeing up the beach. Massey in the centre. Lana Rogers, the winner. Gemma Smith. Here comes Kibble around the outside. She's got plenty of speed to burn.
Yeah, Kibble's around that top 10 at the moment, but she's got herself a third position there, so she'll really rise up to the top there. Rogers and Massey have been there the whole time. Fitzsimmons not too far away, but the one for me that's in the red zone, who we've seen in really great form, is Wellborn. Lizzie Wellborn at the moment could very well be in that back red zone.
Yeah, Emma Woods there, not too close as well. Lizzie Wellborn, you just spoke about there, she came across in 10th place. So Lizzie Wellborn, Lucy Derbyshire, Fitzsimmons, Raywood, Scott in all 14 through 16 there. That's very, very tough for those girls. Not what they would have been looking for, but that's the difficulty of the specialist. Jenny Parry.
Oh, we love the specialist, and Gemma, we love seeing you on a ski, being able to work to your strengths and showcase your skills. This is a special moment.
Absolutely. It's definitely something that I knew I really had to try and capitalise on, but it's really tricky out there, so I was really just trying to focus on getting a nice clean start, making my way through that little tricky little shore break, and then setting myself up. Managed to pick a nice little run coming home, which just made it for a nice little recovery.
Absolutely perfect. One big iron to go. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, one to go for Gemma Smith, that is for sure. She's done a great job there to take the win, and I guess beforehand she would have been the red-hot favourite to win this one there. Lily O'Sullivan needed a big result, got it there in the ski race, and Annalise Kibble, speed on the sand, you can't teach it, but it's very, very valuable with these sprint finishes.
Yeah, it is. It is spot on there, Josh, with that one. We've just seen the sprint finishes. Just, Lana Rogers, she's so powerful. You've seen it many times again, and just can pick up those points. Massey, Corrin, Pack. Not surprised to see all those in the top 10. Lizzie Wellborn there, she's made herself to the top 10 in that way. Derbyshire, another surprise to be out of the top 10, and Fitzsimmons as well there. So she's in 12th, so we'll wait and see at the end of that where all the girls wrap up, but they're starting to get a little bit tired now, and they've got to get themselves together because this is now the big dance.
The Boffins will do the calculations now. They'll set the order for the ladies, and they will go off in 2-second gaps. But before we get there, we've got the race 1 ski leg for the boys. Corey Taylor, the surf race winner there, Connor Maggs. You can see them, they don't look pumped to be going into the 4th race of the day so far. Every time you've got to stop and start, they'll be recovering, warming down, but then you've got to fire up again, because if you miss the jump anywhere in any of these races there, you're almost gone for my liking. Joey Collins right there, the winner from round number 2. He won both days there. He's got big raps on himself for this weekend, as he should. He wants to win the Grand Eliminator tomorrow and be the Shore & Partners Iron Series champion. But we've got the specialists first. The boys are off and away. They grab the skis and they get into their work. Kai Kinsella in the blue and Ethan Callahan has been left behind. The race 1 ski leg off and away. The boys on almost immediately. Look at Zachy Morris side by side with Jackson Borg there. They're going sideways, not what they would have wanted. If they get hit by a wave here, it's almost panic stations. But Joey Collins off and flying in the centre.
Yeah, Joe Collins off with that strong start, but there's one Iron Man in front of him who had a quicker start, and that is Matt Bevilacqua. He really looks like he's back to his form. We saw he had a bit of illness at the start of the season, but he looking very good today. We also see Connor Maggs. He started off in that 16th position, so he was over this south side and making the most of that at the moment.
Yeah, very, very strong from Bevilacqua. Hasn't had the series he would have liked. He's been, well, by his own standards, disappointing, and I don't think he'd mind me saying that. He didn't have what he thought he had down at Wanda. Newcastle, it was better. It was a building phase for him. He finished with a 4th place on the Sunday there, but he wants to win the title. He wants to be at the top of this one, and
Yeah, it's just not enough for him to be sort of mid-pack, so it'll be interesting to see whether he can bounce back and whether he's got anything left in the tank. It's the 3 BMD Northcliffe boys in front: Matt Bevilacqua, Corey Taylor, Joe Collins, 1, 2 and 3 winding up. Benny Carberry in 4th place, the white ski with the pink nose, Jars creeping in front. Connor Maggs is the purple, Ali Day's the black, Joel Piper, he's got the grey nose, and then Sean Riley not too far behind. The race 1 ski leg, they'll turn the outside can and almost immediately go to work on these runners.
And you see the likes of Bevilacqua, Taylor, Collins, Carberry, Day out there. They're used to this kind of swell. They train up and down the beach of Burleigh, North Burleigh. You've got Northcliffe Surfers Paradise. They know how this works. So we get this chop in the afternoon being here on the Gold Coast. So they're bouncing up and down and don't look too comfortable, but they know this. They know this swell. So as soon as they turn around, we'll see Bevilacqua. He's used to the Molokai swell, but he's also used to the Gold Coast swell, and he is off and away.
Yeah, the Tasmanian 5-time Molokai to Oahu world board paddling champion. He knows what it takes to get a runner. You can see he's just cut round that can almost perfectly there. Great skill. He'll want the nose to dip, keep that ski speed up, and work his way for home because he knows the boys behind him will be starting to wind up now. They'll get a couple of pushes. This is a little bit further back in the group. Braden Casamento, Finn Askew coming around, and they're all over the ocean at the moment. Joe Collins, Corey Taylor, Ali Day side by side there. Little push and shove between Ali Day and Joe Collins in 3rd place, but our leaders on a wave, seconds on a wave, and the boys in 3 and 4 have got 1, 2.
All the men know this is the time of the day where if they miss that one little runner and they look behind, there could be 8, 9, 10 men on the back there, and that comes down to a sprint finish. And the likes of Ali Day, he doesn't want to get into that sprint finish. He's trying to save those legs up against the younger Ironman. So Matt Bevilacqua out at the front at the moment, so he's going to ride that skiing as much as he can because he wants to now rest those legs. He doesn't need to do a sprint finish, so he's going to ride that ski as far as he can there, and he's just done that so far.
Yeah, looks very comfortable as he goes up the beach. His clubmate just ahead of him, just above him there, Corey Taylor. He's won this round in the past in the Shaw and Partners Iron Series. He's been the specialist before, so knows what it takes. But Bevilacqua maximum points, then Corey Taylor, Joe Collins, so a BMD Northcliffe 1, 2, 3 as they go around. Little push and shove there. Ali Day in 4th. He'll be very happy with that, and there's smiles all around. Connor Maggs with a great result as well, charging across the line. And this is where it gets interesting. We'll start to do the calculations again. Braden Casamento, another great result. He'll go off close to 1st in this one, and I don't think anyone was expecting that.
And also the Ironman finishing off that now. They know that they actually have a full iron person of rest to go. The women, they had the ski leg rest, so the men, they get that little bit of extra time there so they can do a full warm down, a little bit of sugar, whatever they need to do. But they know from now on we've at least got a 15-minute window here.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and they'll enjoy that a little bit further down the list. We take a look at those results. Borg, Brennan, Askew, Callahan, Riley, Casamento, your top 14 there. Very, very tough racing so far. The individual legs have been done. It's time to put it all together and finish it up with the final race of the day for the ladies. That is the Iron Woman, not too far away. Courtney Hancock will go down onto the beach first and hear from Jenny Parry, hopefully with Maddie Bevilacqua.
Matt, it feels like too long that you've been out the front. We miss you. This is where you belong. It must feel so good.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. These young kids, generation next, generation now, they're all flying. So good to be at the front of a race, and yeah, that race 1 ski. I'm just so at home on it now. I spent a lot of years on it, and it was nice to just be out the front there with CT and having a good time.
And nearly a little hurry up at the end there. I was a bit nervous. You got to stop doing this to us.
Yeah, well, it's a tough day. You know, we're racing over 2 hours this afternoon, so you got to really try and relax when you can. And I was relaxing a bit too much. CT said, "Come on, baby, quick."
Well, 1 big one to go, 1 big iron. Have you got enough left in the tank?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. You know, I think I've been building all season, so just, you know, got to stay inside that top 12, being there tomorrow. It's just going to be crazy down here tomorrow. I can't believe we're going to be a part of such a crazy format, and winner takes all, so looking forward to it.
Good luck. We'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Yeah, he's well thought through. He understands that there's a big round today and he wants to win that, but also he's got an eye towards tomorrow, and that top 12 is so important in this final race. First 12 across the line will get themselves into the Grand Eliminator tomorrow. BMD Northcliffe 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Ali Day, Connor Maggs will be very happy with that. Benny Carberry in the middle of the field there. Would have probably expected a little bit more. He did everything right, but sometimes those waves
going to be oh so brutal. We head down the page, Jackson Borge, CJ Brennan as well, just 9 seconds down, and this is how tight racing is. The numbers are being calculated in the background as well. These results will go in to determine the starting order at a staggered start in the final race here today. On the men's side of things, Courtney Hancock, the racing's been done. I don't know how much I can take from any of it. You get some good legs from some good legs from others. I can't find a form line at all. All I know is it's going to be great racing.
Yeah, it is. We saw the like Casamento, Askew, Connor Maggs, all there and all up and about, but we're going to now listen to and hear from one of the young guns and a local hero here, Ethan Callahan. So down here at North Burleigh Beach for the final of the Shaw & Partners Iron Series, and I'm here with 18-year-old next-gen winner, Ethan Callahan. We're just speaking about this is your home beach, but not only that, you're actually born across the road as well.
Yeah, so it's so good to come back down to my home beach that I grew up all my life on, and to race the final round to the Shaw & Partners Iron Series here, it's just such a phenomenal feeling, and I just can't wait to get stuck into it.
Let's move back to round one. First time in the Shaw & Partners Iron Series, you've come out leading the way, leading 5-time champion Ali Day. How did you get that confidence, I guess, to get out there and be like, you know what, next gen winner, 18, doesn't matter, let's go out here and take it on to these big men?
I think just all the adrenaline got to me, and you talk about doing the red jersey proud, and I just like to go out there and do my thing. I think everyone doesn't look at the next gen, at the red jersey, like they could win anything. So I'm just trying to go out there this year and do that red jersey proud and show everyone that the next gen is here to play.
After that round one, performances being so high, did you gain a lot of confidence, and especially going into this last final round at North Burleigh?
I think throughout the year I have gained lots of confidence doing that, knowing that I can lead a race and I can be out the front of races and doing the best that I can. So I think I'm in great form, and I'm feeling really fit and feeling really good for this weekend, and I'm excited.
Oh, Ethan, we wish you all the best. It's been incredible being able to watch you commentate you this summer. You're a wonderful athlete and also kind as well on the beach, so wish you all for a very big future.
Thank you.
Ethan Callahan, the leader of Generation Next, along with Connor Maggs and Riley Harland, they're stars of the future.
They definitely are. The 18-year-olds, they have the talent and they have the ability and every opportunity to take out this round 3.
Who knows where that is going to take them. They're all trying to win the Shaw & Partners Iron Series. We spoke with a bunch of the athletes earlier in the week about what it would mean to be crowned champion.
Yeah, look, I've always had this deep desire to win anything I do. I'm one of the most competitive people I know, and when times get tough, I kind of resort back to that feeling of winning and knowing that I can do it. If I'm hurting, everyone else in this race is hurting just as much.
We train so much and so hard for our sport, so we train to be in situations where we have to push through and have to go that extra little bit, and we're all out there wanting the same goal. We all want to win, so I like to lean back on that training to allow me to push through and keep going that little bit harder.
Look, it'd be massive, not just for me, it'd be massive for my sponsors. It'd be the first international Ironman to ever win the Shaw & Partners Iron Series. It'd be huge for my club back home. I think of everyone who's kind of helped me to this point in the journey, and yeah, I want to do it for them, I want to do it for myself, and I want to make a bit of history.
Winning the Iron Series would mean the world to me. It's been a dream of mine since I was a young girl, and I've been in the professional series for 10 years now, and I've never won a series. It's something I'm still striving for, so I know how hard they are to win. Like, even seeing the girls that have won them, it doesn't come easy, and I know it's something that takes a lot of work. So maybe it'll happen for me, I'm not sure, but it is something that I've been wanting to try and achieve for my whole life.
It would be a dream to do it the 4th time, but if it doesn't, that's okay too. I've got 3 to my name, and that's pretty bloody special.
Look, it'd mean the world. I feel like everyone's going to say that means the world, but you know, I've won 5, I've been so fortunate in my career, but to win a format, to win a series that's never been that format's never been done before would be extra special.
Well, each of those athletes, Courtney, they have a different why they want to win the title, but I know for each of them it means just so much. We also spoke to the athletes about rivalries. There's a big rivalry at the moment between Generation Next and what they're calling themselves Generation Now. Let's hear from the athletes and who they want to be.
Lana Rogers.
I think everyone does. Yeah.
I don't have one person in particular. I feel like if you go out feeling like you have to beat one person, you don't race to your best. So everyone's competition, but yeah, it's just me versus me out there.
Oh, there's no one person, or every single one of those 25 guys that make the series will be elite and dangerous on the day.
I feel like I should say someone because everyone's like, oh, they're all so competitive. Yeah, boring.
I think everyone wants to beat Ali, really. Like, I've grown up with him as a kid, and to see him how good he is now, it's just crazy. So I think everyone wants him.
I'm going to name the whole field. I'm a bit of a fence sitter, so
I'm going to call out Joe Collins because he likes to rub it in your face when he beats you. So definitely Joe.
I think because I've been around the block with them a couple of times, Finn and Zach. Both those boys, they're in the same age group as me. We've always had a bit of a rivalry going on who's the best young gun, but I guess we'll see this year.
I'd love to have a run up the beach with one of my best mates, either Scully or Corin or Georgia. I think that'd be really fun because we'd be racing for that spot, but we'd be cheering each other on at the same time. I think that'd be the best thing ever.
Well, I don't know how many of those girls are telling the truth at the end there. I know when it comes down to the wire, they get very, very competitive.
Oh, absolutely, Josh. We're going to see all the Ironman and women put their smiling faces to the side, and we will see their race faces very shortly.
It's about to get serious. Stick with us. Coming up, the final Iron race here at the Shaw & Partners Iron Series.
Welcome back to North Burleigh Beach, the Shaw & Partners Iron Series. We've done all the individual legs. It's time to put it back together. This is the Shaw & Partners Iron Series Round 3 Specialist. We'll kick things off. It's going to be board, swim, ski is the order here today. The girls, they have set a staggered start. It is 2-second gaps between all of them. A lot to make up if you're a long way down. A couple of these girls, 28 seconds. They're going to have to come back over our leaders there. We are just about to get into the action right now. The start lineup is set. The girls are ready to go. Lana Rogers will go off first. The start order will be Rogers, Outram, Massey, Kibble, Papak. Further down, all the way down to the back end, Mia Cook in 14 at 26 seconds. Gemma Smith at 15 at 28 seconds alongside Lizzie Wellborn. So a couple of big guns. They're off and away. The clock starts. Rogers is gone. Outram not too far away. They'll go down and grab the boards. Courtney Hancock, how do you overcome 28 seconds?
Yeah, we just see Lana Rogers at the moment. She's been in that position so many times, and we saw Fitzsimmons off there, number 6. She's never actually lost this format before, so definitely look out for her. But we go back to Wellborn, as you said, 28 seconds behind. She's going into her best leg, the board leg. She's got to fire up, get going. We see Lizzie out there. She's, I think, feeling a little bit fatigued, and sometimes you get that as an athlete. Every day is not going to feel your absolute best. So Lizzie's got a lot of work to do. She's got to get into that top 12.
Those final two girls, you're exactly right. The added layer of pressure for everybody watching at home tomorrow to win the entire Shaw & Partners Iron Series, there will just be 12 athletes. 16 will start this race, or have started this race. We will take the top 12 through to tomorrow. The race within the race is very, very real. The girls go to work at the top. Lana Rogers, Tiani Massey, Electra Outram, Georgia Fitz, Annalise Kibble, Carla Papak getting into their work as they go through the break. And already those gaps, they're gone. We've got a pack that's formed, and that happens sometimes. The leaders just sort of maybe ease off, try and work their way through the back markers. They go. They know if they can tack on and eliminate those 2 seconds, it's race on for the win.
We've got a pack of 5 at the moment together there. They're not working together, but they're definitely using each other's wash. We see Kibble, Fitzsimmons, we see Ultra, Massey, Rogers. They are going to be very hard to catch. They're going to set the pace really high. So Wellborn, Smith and Cook, they're going to have to get into their work straight away. We know Lizzie Wellborn, the yellow board, she's been the quickest paddler over this season. So watch out for her, but at the moment, Rogers, she likes the pace high as well as Outram, and they're very quick at the moment.
These top 6 girls, it's the haves and the have-nots. It's Lana Rogers, a 3-time champion, Georgia Fitzsimmons, a 2-time champion, Electra Outram, 1 in round 2, and then the 3 girls who've never won a Shaw & Partners Iron Series race, Tiani Massey, Annalise Kibble, Carla Papak on the red board, maybe Naomi Scott just trying to tack on, and I wouldn't count her out. She's overcome her gap. She went off well down, 14 seconds, and I'd say at the moment she's more than half love that, working her way along the back. Don't worry about the times anymore. It's just a match race here. The opening leg of the final race here at the Specialist. We're into the mix, and on the front, Electra Outram and Lana Rogers turn and start to go for home. Kibble, I'm loving what Kibble's doing at the moment. She's in third place, starting to wind up. Tiani Massey is running down to the south.
Yeah, Kibble's looked very good all season. You see it there. She's got that beautiful board technique just in the middle of Rogers and Outram there. So she's been really, really close. She got her first podium last year as a rookie debut on the tour. But Tiani Massey, she's so good on those runners. She's gone off to the south. I saw her at the start of the day. She was reading the swell as best as she could, and she's done that very well. Lana Rogers in the middle. She's very, very smart when she's racing. She's on her belly there. She's just resting those legs. She knows that she's used them, and she knows she's going to need them again.
Electra Outram just rides that one. Winner of round number 2, just gets a gap on both Tiani Massey and Lana Rogers. In this group of 3, we've got the winner of both races of round 1 and the winner of both races in round 2. The only one who hasn't won a race yet is Tiani Massey in second place. So got a bit of work to do if she's going to catch this lady. We saw her in the run. These transitions are getting longer and longer as the tide goes out, and it's playing into Electra Outram's hands. Have a look at the girls go. Tiani Massey gets into her work, so does Lana Rogers. You'd expect maybe Rogers and Massey to swim back onto Electra Outram.
I totally agree with you. That's a great point, Josh. As soon as this tide is stretching out, we see the runners really coming through, and that is Outram. She's so good across the sand. She can really make up meters. Massey, Rogers, all can run. But we've got Jenny Parry. She is right in the thick of it.
Oh, I tell you what, that start was absolutely phenomenal. Tiani Massey, Electra Outram in control at the moment, but our focus is who is at the back, who is in that danger zone. And for someone like Lizzie Wellborn, who is such a weapon on the board, she's trying to make the move, she's trying to gap the difference. It is such a tough day. We would love to see her here tomorrow, but it is going to be a tough, tough ask.
Yeah, very, very tough, that's for sure. You can see the girls trying there. That's Lizzie Wellborn trying to get herself through at the moment, just sitting inside the top sort of 11 and 12. Wellborn, I think, right on the edge. She's made up a little bit of ground, but not enough. She's got to get a wriggle on. We're just chasing a top 12. Wellborn's in 12 at the moment, so she's made up 4 places off that final run. Wellborn's in 12, Corrin's 11, Woods is in 10. You can see the ticker there. Mia Cook, Jasmine Raywood, their series is over if we stop the race right now. But luckily, we've got 2 legs to go. Gemma Smith got plenty to do if she wants to get back in on this one as well. And so does Lily O'Sullivan in 16th place. They're over a minute down. So Gemma Smith went 26 seconds off. That's blown out by another 32 seconds.
You look at 15th and 16th there. You've got Lily O'Sullivan, world champion in the swim. And then you've also got Gemma Smith, Coolangatta gold and world champion in the ski leg. So the girls have got to get moving. They can't be complacent. I'm in 12th. Okay, let's get my spot. You're not going to be given that spot at the end. You have to work incredibly hard. So there's a lot of pace that's going to be coming at the back there. But out in front, doing very, very well, we have Outram,
yeah.
and she looks so comfortable out in front.
Rogers has gone straight past Tiani Massey in second place. She's winding up. I think the gap's closing. I think it's coming back to Lana Rogers and Tiani Massey. If Massey's smart, she'll tuck in on the tail there. Just let her drag the entire way around. Hope you get a wave on the way home. The part that we haven't spoken about is Electra Outram's surf skills. Board waves, swim waves, ski waves. She always finds something. It's not lucky. It's the right place at the right time, and great skills as well.
Well, I think when we look at Electra Outram's history, her career at the moment, she's been there. She's actually missed out of the series before. She had a year where she struggled with some injury and some illness, got her way back in. She's won Taplins at the Australian titles, and we hadn't seen her win a round win in this Shaw & Partners Iron Series. But here she is. She's going for her number 2. I'd say she'd want more. I know she'd be wanting after the series as well, but that's tomorrow. So we've seen her career really flourish, but she's really put the time in.
Yeah.
The time in before this. She's had to, as I said, miss out on the series. She's had to kind of, fumble around a bit. But I tell you what, she's got some talent out there, and she is looking so good.
Yeah, she's been in the series 5 summers in the last 8 years. She's had a couple in, a couple out, couple in. But I think I spoke to a few people who know her really well, and the new confidence from the Newcastle round that she's showing, it's like she grew a couple of inches. She's feeling better about herself. A little wave comes through Tiani Massey. Tiani Massey goes through there. Lana Rogers was just left wondering what she had to do, but confidence is a special thing, and Tiani Massey gets a push through into the lead, so a big change. She turns around and looks, knows a wave's coming through. Lana Rogers responds, goes straight over the top of Electra Outram. Oh, what about that? Rogers, she didn't see her there, just went straight through her. So the lead change 3 times in as many waves. Tiani Massey, then Outram, now Lana Rogers. 1, 2, 3, still out in front, these 3 girls. It's an absolute battle.
I can't believe how much the lead changes then. You'll see our top 3 girls at the moment, they actually just got that little bump just onto the gutter. So we haven't seen any of the athletes body surf past that gutter at the moment. We could see maybe in the men's as the tide gets lower and lower, but at the moment, they're really stopping at that gutter before. So Lana Rogers leading the way, and it all comes down to this ski leg.
Outram there, Massey as well. 3 more girls have got a nice little wave. They're close enough if they're good enough with just 1 leg to go. Maybe Lana Rogers will push down this. I do not know. They all stop and turn because they know they're at that little inside shore break, and all of a sudden, it just becomes a race in 6. 3 on this wave, there'll be 3, maybe 4 on the next wave as well. And with 1 leg to go, they stand up. Rogers in 1, Massey in 2, Outram in 3. The 3 girls who've led this one basically from the start, and what a battle it's been.
And the 3 of them have been so strong across every single leg. It hasn't just been the run or the swim, it's been everything. Rogers went off first, Outram, Massey, and here we are. They're all in that order at the moment.
They paid the price early in those 4 races, and now they're reaping the rewards here in the final iron. They go through that transition out in front with 1 leg to go. The girls into their work. They'll grab the skis. They'll start to get into their work as well. The charge of the Light Brigade through transition there as well. Naomi Scott, Georgia Fitz. We just missed 1 more cutting through there as well. So those 3 girls are close enough right now, and we've got to remember the back end. The back end is where it's at, because that top 12 will go through to tomorrow.
Yeah, and this race is never over, but I think we've got Jenny Parry. She's down there with some insights.
I tell you what, the big movers in that engine swim leg just there, it was Lucy Derbyshire from Surfers Paradise, and Lizzie Wellborn is in the top 10 right now. She has fought back so hard. We're still waiting for some of those pink jerseys to come through. We've got swimmers, we've got ski paddlers. Just need to keep the girls safe out there at the moment. They're doing an incredible job, but this just shows it is never over until it's over. You cannot keep our champion Iron Women down.
The big winner obviously was, well, Lucy Derbyshire and Lizzie Wellborn. The big loser, Annalise Kibble, went from 4th place down to 11th. She's sitting right on the edge. Raywood is the red zone. Raywood is the red zone, sitting in 12. Right now, if you're in front of Raywood, you're sitting pretty. If you're behind her, for Mia Cook, Hannah Scully, these 2 ladies going in, your series is over after this ski leg. Rogers and Massey side by side. Outram chasing out in front. Naomi Scott, Lucy Derbyshire not too far away. You can see the yellow ski of Lizzie Wellborn. She'll be feeling happy with herself. But that back end, the red zone there for Mia Cook, Scully, Gemma Smith, Lily O'Sullivan is not where you want to be.
No, and these 2 leaders out in front here, Rogers and Massey, what a showdown. They both can run. We just see Lily, going back to Lily O'Sullivan there. She is in the red zone, so she's really got to get herself up and away, because I know she'll want to be fighting out for that overall series title.
A minute down for Gemma Smith and Lily O'Sullivan. 54 seconds for Raywood, 44 seconds for Mia Cook. They're close enough if they're good enough, but it's going to be very, very difficult for them to get back into it. We're back on the front here. Lana Rogers on the pink. The blue ski is Massey. The white and yellow there is Outram. The 4th place, Naomi Scott. The bright blue ski, Lucy Derbyshire. She could come over the top here and get something done. And then the yellow of Lizzie Wellborn. What a turn up it'd be if she could win this one. From last place, almost all the way through, but she's got to overcome these 5 women first. Rogers on the inside, sitting pretty. Massey looking for her first ever win.
Yeah, we did it. We mentioned that at the start of the coverage. Massey hasn't won a round, and it comes to a surprise because she's had so many podiums and she's come so close. So she's really out there at the moment showing herself and showing when she can really do it, which she can. She's been in such great form. And Lana Rogers, you just saw her come around that can. Electra Altram tried to sneak up on the inside there, but Rogers said, no, I'm going to lead this one around.
Yeah, she goes around and there going to be no favours. Have a look at Lizzie Wellborn on the yellow there. She'll be so happy. Olivia Corrin, Annalise Kibble, they're sitting right on the edge after being so comfortable for so long. The girls turn and go for home. Lana Rogers gets a runner. Bang, this race could be over before it even started. Electra Outram goes down in 1 as well. The 3 girls on the right-hand side seem to be getting nothing right now. Outram up alongside Lana Rogers, and we've got another leader here, another change late in the day.
and they both had a win. We've had Rogers, she started off, she won round 1. Number 2, we've got Electra, she won round 2. So they are both going for it. We just see Lana maybe on that northern side.
Outram there trying to push through the hole. You've got to keep ski speed up. You've got to keep ski speed up. Lana Rogers trying to push over the top. She's got a half ski length lead and maybe a better run at the line. Here we go into the finish. Rogers will be the first to step up. I thought Outram had a better line there. Rogers is up. She won round 1. Outram fired back in round 2, but it's Rogers. She was deserving of a win. What about that? Up the beach. And there goes Electra Outram charging. Lana Rogers salutes the crowd, comes up and around, and our round 3 Shaw and Partners Iron Woman Series champion is Lana Rogers. She keeps her title hopes alive. What a performance from both her and Electra Outram.
Yeah, Lana Rogers and Electra Outram, they are both superstars. We just see Olivia Corrin.
Yeah.
We saw her in such good form last year, but we haven't seen her to her full potential, but she's going very well at the moment.
Yeah, very, very good. High fives all around. That's Annalise Kibble, Lizzie Wellborn and Georgia Fitz. They'll be happy because they live to fight another day. They'll be back for the Grand Eliminator tomorrow. Remember, we're chasing a top 12 across the line. Lana Rogers' celebration, it's important, but we've got Derbyshire, we've got Scott, we've got Massey, we've got Corrin. We just missed Derbyshire across the line. Carla Papak, all smiles as she comes up and around. Emma Woods is there, Jazzy Raywood as well. So we'll add them to the start list tomorrow in one of the most coveted start lists you will ever see. $25,000 and an Isuzu MUX on the line, plus the honour of being the Shaw and Partners Iron Woman Series champion. This is where it gets interesting. Mia Cook, Hannah Scully. These girls are fighting for their lives right now.
Oh, there's so much on the line for them. There's so much pressure on every single athlete going to this today. And it's how they handled the nerves and you know, not you lose that energy. So we've got, there we go. There's our final 12. We've got Pack, we've got Woods, and in 12th position, just down the road from Burleigh Heads, is the 18-year-old Jasmine Raywood.
We've got to say goodbye to this lady, Mia Cook. She's from Warrnambool all the way down in Victoria. She's a superstar, just 18 years of age. Unfortunately, will not go through to tomorrow, but if you'd asked her at the start of the year, would she have liked to got this far? She would have taken it every single day of the week. Hannah Scully, a veteran, just not the day she would have wanted. And for all the glory that the girls at the top end go, it's disappointment on the back end. This lady as well, Lily O'Sullivan, we expected more from her, but she'll be back, that's for sure.
Yeah, she certainly will be, and it was 16 of the best Iron Women in the world. We could only take 12, and we just see Gemma Smith coming as well. 4 had to go.
Yeah, that's that simple.
All of these women are, you know, they're good enough to win that overall title, but unfortunately, it's consistency and putting on the day. But we'll go down to Jenny Parry, and she might have our winner.
I do. I am lucky to have Lana Rogers with us. Lana, you wear yellow for a reason. You're the defending champ. You've been on the podium so many times. To come through to take a round 3 victory, you must be feeling fantastic.
Yeah, you know, when this series started, I still wanted to take each event like a round, just how it always is, and just stick to my process, and I was able to do that today. Felt a little bit tired at the start, but I knew it was going to be a tough day, so I just had to grind through it.
And did you take a lot of confidence going off start there? It's just that little bit, you had to work so hard for it, but any advantage, we are going to take it in this racing.
You know, I've done this format a fair few times, and I've done this 9 years. I think this is my 9th year in the series, and I've never gone off go in that format. So I was a little bit stoked with myself as another goal I could tick off. So I didn't know how to attack it. I just kind of went with it.
Well, breaking news, you absolutely nailed it. You're the round 3 champion. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Shaw and Partners, for making the Professional Series possible. Thank you, Race 1.
And a big thank you to Lana Rogers as well. What a performance that was. She's got 3 titles to her name, and if she was to win tomorrow, she'd go to equal second with Christy Cameron on the all-time Shaw and Partners Iron Series champions list. And that is a very, very a big possibility. Outram in second, Derbyshire on the podium again. Outram and Derbyshire is so good. And these 10 girls, they'll be in there along with 2 others as well, but we had to say goodbye to the bottom 4. They've been great all summer long, but they will not continue to the Grand Eliminator tomorrow. Stick with us after the break. The men are coming up. This is the Shaw and Partners Iron Series. Welcome back to the beautiful Gold Coast and the Shaw and Partners Iron Series. What a way to start the day. That ladies race, unbelievable. It's time for the men's final, and we'll take a look at the start list. Braden Casamento and Finn Askew off and away. Bevilacqua, Piper and Mags will all go together. Joe Collins, Corey Taylor, Callum Brennan, Sean Riley, the defending champ, the man who won it last year, Ali Day.
14,
Braden Casamento is going to grab
16,
this one by the scruff of the neck and go. His best leg's the board
18,
leg. You got to go if you're the
20,
Razor Casamento. Finn Askew, he's been
22,
talking a big game the last couple of weeks. He's due for a win as well. This final is going to be as good as it gets. But have a look at the bottom four. Borg,
30,
Callahan, Morris and Carberry. Two at the bottom that I said at the start of the weekend could have won the whole thing. Now they're fighting for their life.
There's some huge names in that bottom four. As you said, wanting to make that top 12 and have the opportunity. They want to be there. They want to have that opportunity. So Ben Carberry going out there at the moment, one of the favourites. He's got some work to do.
I know he was racing really well, but he's a bit sick a week before last, so maybe that illness is really hurting him. He didn't go to a couple of carnivals the last couple of days, and he's really maybe struggling from that illness. He's just got to fight his way through, like Lizzie Wellborn do. Find 4 spots, get yourself to tomorrow, and you never know your luck when you come down to the Grand Eliminator. Out in front, Braden Casamento, Finn Askew in second place, Bevilacqua, Connor Maggs, and Joel Piper. Then a big gap to a big group a little bit further back that'll have Collins, Taylor, Brennan, Riley, Ali Day, Riley Harland, and Kai Kinsella in it as well. But these top 5, there's some very good board paddlers in it, but Connor Maggs and Joel Piper, very good swimmers as well.
There's a lot of talent out there in the moment. And as we look at the tide, it is going to that lower tide at the moment. And we saw Askew and Casamento right up the front in that run leg. So they do love the running. So as we see that tide going very low, dropping, you go back to the start of the coverage where those runners, have a look out for them because the transition is going to be very long now.
Yeah, it's just going to get longer and longer as the afternoon goes on for these boys, and they'll love that. Askew goes up the inside. He's not giving Casamento an inch, and to be honest, Askew's probably a little bit more experienced in this than Braden Casamento is. He starts to wind it up. Formerly of Warrnambool. Oh, Finn Askew, bang, cop that. Gets a little runner from Surfers Paradise. He says, I'm not hanging around. I'm not giving any of these boys a chance. I saw what happened in the last race. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and have a look at Finny Askew go. The world champion is proving why, and that might be a wave all the way to the beach.
And he was disappointed in round 2 at Newcastle. He didn't get the win. He was up the front for a lot of that Ironman there, so he really wants to win. He's won before, not too far away down at Kurrawa there, so he knows how to win. And at the moment, he's looking the best so far.
Yeah, it's been 2 summers since he's had a race win in the Shaw and Partners Iron Series. Have a look at the chase pack. There's Bevilacqua, Joel Piper behind him, Riley Harland as well, Casamento, but Finn Askew, he is gone. Have a look at him go, flying through transition right now. Matt Bevilacqua's gone up alongside Braden Casamento with Connor Maggs and Joel Piper as well. So these 4 boys, I think they'll work together in the swim.
Yeah, they look very good straight off the board. That Connor Maggs has looked exceptional the whole day, and he's not hanging around. He's looking at the back of Finn Askew. You can see that blonde ponytail. He said, I'm coming for you. So look out for there. But Finn, he's going to really set this pace out very strong.
Here he goes into the engine swim leg there, takes a look over his shoulder, sees where his rivals are. Maggs in second place, Joel Piper, Casamento, Bevilacqua, Riley Harland, Ali Day. What a paddle. He's really worked his way through the field there. Great job with Joey Collins, CJ Brennan, Corey Taylor and Sean Riley, the top 12. That's the magic number. 12 keeps you alive. Sean Riley, they're just sitting inside that top 12 for tomorrow, and Zach Morris has gone from 15th up and out of the red zone.
Yeah, Zach Morris. We saw him at the end of that race. He just had his towel over his head, just kind of having to think, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to take this on? See Ethan Callahan there. He's in the red, the local. He has been from North Burleigh, grown up just not too far from here, but Ben Carberry sitting in that last position at the moment. He's got a lot of work to do. His least favourite leg is the board, so that's out of the way, so that's a positive for Ben Carberry. He can move on to his favourite leg of the swim and the ski.
That's exactly right. Ben Carberry knows he just needs to be close enough going into that final leg. He just needs to be close to that top 12. Callahan under the pump, Jackson Borg under the pump, Kai Kinsella there, and Ben Carberry. A couple of guys who can swim really well, and they're all chasing this man out in front, Finny Askew. He is, well, formerly of Southwest Rocks, all the way down on the New South Wales coast. He's lived up at Surfers Paradise, trained with Ali Day under Zane Hamill at the Surfers Paradise Club. He's Ali Day 2.0, isn't he? He doesn't have any weaknesses. He's really fit, but I think he's just got a little bit more confidence than the man Ali Day, and he is showing right now that They said they're not generation next, they're generation now, and he wants a big win. Jenny Parry on the sand. The boys are into the swim.
Oh, they're into the swim. Ethan Callahan got the biggest cheer as he went round. He's just in that red zone. We love to see the red jersey there. But Benny Carberry, he's the big talking point down here on the beat. He went in 16th position. He needs to be in top 12 if he's going to make his way through. Unfortunately, it looks like he's only improved maybe 2 spots from there. A lot of work to do, but with that weapon of a ski leg to go, now's the time to make a move.
Spot on analysis from Jenny Parry, and you've got to hope you get a wave. I think for a couple of these guys, they'll be sort of rolling the dice, looking to get themselves a nice little wave on the way home and maybe, just maybe, make up a point or two. Finn Askew along the back. Connor Maggs just turns that first can there. Maybe Bevilacqua and a few other boys just hanging on. I think Joel Piper actually, and then Casamento just doing their best to hang in there, because Finney Askew is absolutely gone. That's the gap from the leader all the way back to that second group, and Connor Maggs needs to do something special here.
With this engine swim leg, we've seen time and time again, just the body surfing waves can really give you a lot of meters. Only taking them to the gutter at the moment. We'll see Finn Askew at the moment. See if he can have a look over his shoulder there and see what he's got on offer. But if he can get a body surfing wave and really stretch out, you don't get comfy, but you certainly give yourself that bit of a buffer.
The stress levels go up for Finn Askew because he knows he's swum past the bank and into the hole, and he knows the boys behind are coming in on the bank. So if they're going to grab a wave, they'll come up right alongside him. He's praying that the ocean goes flat now, because I don't think he's going to get too much, and it's just a straight grind. At some point, all these Ironmen will decide, don't worry about it, head down, kick as hard as I can, and I'm going for the beach.
Yeah, they all know what their goal is this weekend. They all want to be there. Everyone's been talking about the Ironman title, but you've got to get there first. You've got to get in that top 12. So again, just like the ladies, there's a lot of pressure. We just see that great drone shot there at the moment. There's some waves out the back there, but for Finn Askew, he's going to be in that tricky position because he has hit the gutter zone.
The waves won't affect the leaders. This one maybe for Askew, no, but it will affect that top 12 and the back markers as well. Askew has swum the entire way home. He'll get a little push here, maybe second and third on a little run. Connor Maggs starts to push down. Does he? No, but Finn Askew does on the front. The gap is closed and then blows wide open again.
Yeah, Finn looks really good. We mentioned in round 2 just how fresh and fast he looked. Same again, he loves the run legs. He's very light across the sand, and he loves a bit of swell as well. So wind and swell, he does very well. So Finn Askew looking the goods at the moment. He's got a great lead, and he's going to be very, very hard to really rein that in from the likes of Maggs.
Yeah, onto that race 1 ski leg. That's the chase pack there. Joey Collins, what a swim. Ethan Callahan, what a swim. He was in the red zone. He was in the red zone going in there. He has absolutely produced one of the best swims you will ever see. The young gun needed it as well. Jenny Parry, what about the swim from Ethan Callahan?
Oh my gosh, when Ethan Callahan stood up, the crowd is behind me. They're going absolutely nuts at the moment. They're loving this. Benny Carberry, we do not see him. Kai Kinsella, though, he is through. He is chasing down Corey Taylor. It's all about the back four. Sean Riley looks like he's back a bit. Unfortunately, Benny Carberry, I don't know if he's going to get there. Jacko Borg, I don't know if he's going to get there either.
Plenty of waves on offer, and the big losers from that swim leg, Bevilacqua and Casamento, went from the top 3 or 4 down to 10, 11, and right in the red zone. Corey Taylor's in, Kai Kinsella out. It looks like Jackson Borg, Sean Riley, Ben Carberry. Those 3 are our last 3 competitors in and around onto that race 1 ski leg. Their series is over if we stop it now. Luckily, we've got a leg to go. Finn Askew's been hit a couple of times going through the break. The gap has closed. Ali Day starting to wind up here. He sneaks over another one, and all of a sudden, Finny Askew might be feeling a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, just a little bit there. He knows he's got his teammate not too far behind, but he looks good, and not only would it be incredible to take out a round 3 win here, but also the confidence leading into tomorrow, going for the overall crown. And you know that you're in form, you know, getting a win here, it does a lot for you mentally as well as an athlete. So they're not only racing for a round win at the moment, but I reckon they're racing for that confidence and that extra energy going to tomorrow.
Oh, Surface Paradise in 1 and 2. Finn Askew being chased by Ali Day. Have a look at Day trying to get him there. He is absolutely flying. I think Askew might have switched off ever so slightly because you can see the gap closing. Well, Ali Day, he's been in good form, but he just hasn't been able to find wins in the last couple of weeks in this Shaw & Partners Iron Series. But today, he's closed the gap, and I don't know if Finn Askew thinks he's home and hosed or he's just easing off for tomorrow, but Ali Day, he is racing for the win, and what about that? He's closed the gap.
I think at the moment we look at that swell, that easterly swell coming in. There's a bit of that south wind, so we're up to 30 kilometres per hour at the moment. So it's really tough and really grindy. And remember, as Joe Collins mentioned before, they've been racing for a couple of hours. So I think he sees Finn. That could be a little bit of fatigue, feeling tired, but he's got every opportunity. He's turned first. He's got to get going because Ali Day's come alongside him.
He looks exhausted. He's come around there. He's smashed himself into the can. Riley Harlan not too far away. He's going to get a runner. He's going to get a little run down there to come up and join them. So Finn Askew, Ali Day, Riley Harlan. There goes Joe Collins. There goes Connor Maggs, Matt Bevilacqua. This is the red zone. Just at the tail end of that is the red zone. You don't want to be there. Joel Piper waves on for Riley Harlan on the right-hand side. He's never won a race before. The other two have. Just his second season in the sport. He's got a second place in the opening round. Could today be the day he comes up alongside the two boys from Surfers Paradise? What's going on with Finn Askew? He goes sideways off the back. Oh no, Finny Askew. It was his to lose, and somehow he is in a lot of trouble. He's just going to try and survive. He knows his race could be over for the day. Harlan and Day down the wave. The back markers, Benny Carberry's passed a few, but I don't know if it'll be enough. Harlan's up, Day's up. The sprint finish here for the win in round number 3. Ali Day says, not today, young gun. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to retire eventually, but not today. Ali Day gets a big result here in round number 3, and doesn't he love it? Well, there's generation next, there's generation now, and there's generation not leaving, and Ali Day is not going anywhere. What about that one? What a win.
Ali Day is he is stamping his authority. He's not going anywhere. He is not ready for retirement, but what an absolutely incredible sprint finish. Riley Harlan right in there as well. Finn Askew will be devastated. He still comes in with the third at the end there, and Connor Maggs not too far away.
The sprint up the beach, there's CJ Brennan. He will be right tight on that top 12. We wait to see who will qualify through to the Grand Eliminator tomorrow. Collins is there, Callahan, Piper, Casamento in 8, Bevilacqua in 9. What a result for those boys. Zach Morris in 10, Corey Taylor in 11th place, and maybe, just maybe, CJ Brennan will be the last one through to tomorrow's Grand Eliminator, and we're going to say goodbye. We're going to say goodbye to some big names of the sport. What about that? Ben Carberry goes home. One of the men I thought could have won that race tomorrow, and we will not see him in that Grand Eliminator. Sean Riley not there as well. Jackson Borg and Kai Kinsella. What about that? Jenny Parry, that one seemed like it meant a little bit more to Ali Day.
Ali, what a race, what a finish. You did everything right and you performed when it matters.
Yeah, look, I feel like I had a good run. I feel like I swam and did everything pretty well today, but these wins matter. I know tomorrow, the overall, if you win it, you win overall, but these wins still mean a lot to me.
It was so phenomenal, that final run leg. It's you and all of that chase pack coming through. You're not going anywhere.
Nah, I was in my head all day. It was like effort. That's the areas I need to focus on, and take a lot of confidence going into tomorrow now.
Cannot wait to see it. We're going to get you straight up to the podium. Great work.
Thank you. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, he is not going anywhere. That is for sure. Ali Day, I know he'd probably rather a consistent series where you add your points up, but I don't think it matters. When you're in that kind of form, he will come back tomorrow and be the red-hot favourite to take out a 6th Shaw & Partners Iron Series title. High fives and smiles all round for the champ. Don't you love to see it? Courtney Hancock, one of the best races we've seen in a long time. How good was it?
That was fantastic. He's such a superstar, and he's mentally really focused as well. And he's one of the fittest Ironmen out there. He always is. He's always in such good shape for this. He's peaked at the right time. So Ali Day, he's the one to watch, and he's done it 5 times. He's going for his 6th. He knows what to do.
Heartbreak for Finn Askew. Riley Harlan, oh so close as well. We can't sort of gloss over the effort of those two boys. Absolutely unbelievable. What a day it's been, and well, it's back to the future. Lana Rogers, Ali Day. They've done it so many times. The defending champs get it done on day 1 here at North Burleigh Beach, the Shaw & Partners Iron Series, but it's all coming up tomorrow, isn't it?
It is. I think all the athletes, as you see them keep walking through, they're going straight to that recovery, ice bath, swim down, a lot of food, whatever they need to do, because they know this is only part 1 of the job done. They've got the biggest part yet to come.
We started out with 28 Iron men and Iron women. We are down to a final 12, and tomorrow we will decide Shaw & Partners Iron Series champions. Join us tomorrow, and a big thank you for watching.